Welcome back to Runecast as we continue our series in runes and herbs. So what we're going to talk about today is Algiz. I'll show you that rune. It's the 15th rune in the row, and its herb is sage. So we're going to light a little sage. Talk about Algiz, and talk about what sage is good for and what Algiz is good for. There's different pronunciations of this rune. As I'm saging the jar here, getting it ready to receive the herb, you can see I'm using a jalapenos jar. And we'll get that all saged. Sometimes it's written or pronounced with an E, Elhaz, Elkaz. But mostly it's either an A or a Z sound. Don't get too hung up on the different pronunciations of the runes. Remember, we are dealing with streams of energy here. Each rune has its own stream of energy. However you call to it, however you get in tune with it, can be your own thing. You can kind of see here, this is what I thought was kind of cool. You can even kind of see, the rune forming in some of the herb here, some of the sage, the three prongs, the way it's written. This rune is the ultimate protection rune. You can meditate on it and form a protective shield around someone or something. It's really good for protection, and of course so is sage. Sage is always good for cleansing, protection, healing. That's what sage is famous for. So it makes perfect sense that this rune and this herb go together. So again, we're putting sage, and in this case it's white sage, which I love. I love the smell of it. And we're going to put it in this jar. And a little bit about Algiz. It looks like someone standing up with their arms outstretched. That's the stada for the rune. Every rune has a position you can put your body in to help channel the rune. So the stada for Algiz, when you're focusing on it and using it, is to stand usually facing north with your arms outstretched. When you're doing a protection ritual or casting a charm, that's how you would call to Algiz, and that's how you would invoke it and use it when you're working your will. And of course, burning the sage along with it just enhances that. So again, we're talking about how to get herbs into your rune work. This is something that I love to do. It just gives it more energy, more power, more strength, more meaning. It helps you channel the energy of that rune. And it's just good practice, good stuff, and it helps you get closer to the runes. I'm going to label this one. Algiz is one of those, when you talk about polarities, it's really bisexual in nature. It has both male and female polarities. The female version is upright. The male version is upside down, like the peace symbol, the famous peace symbol from the 60s. That's the male incarnation of it, and that's the female incarnation of it. Workings with protection, awareness. When it comes up in a reading, it usually indicates that you need to be aware of something, or you should be on the lookout for something. That's where I've found it most, or how it works in a lot of readings. So I'm going to put sage here. writing on the jar. And I'm going to put the rune Algiz. Just like that. So now we're up to 3 or 4 of these. As soon as I get the herbs, I'm getting the jar ready and getting ready to make another video. So we've got 20 more to go in the series, 20 more to go. These will be kind of quick and easy, but let me know in the comments below how you've worked with runes and herbs. Let's share and let's learn a little bit together on how they bring you closer to the runes and how they relate to your rune work. Okay, and that's it for Algiz and Sedge. And I will see you on the next video.